how are you all? Hope you are all doing well. In last video, you could see how to make a series in pandas, right? So this is what the last program we have seen in the last video. So if you see here, just we have seen how to make a selection by using start range and stop range, right? So series name, syntax is series name, and then starting range and ending range. That's what last video we could see, right? So for that, this is what the program you have done, right? So array has been given the np.array, or else you can just directly can give list items in list 1 or list 2, whatever the variable names can be given. So these are listed items, right, given in array. So np array last year you have seen, so that is used over here. But simply we can go with list also, right? Then how to make a series? Now panda as pd here. So pd.series is one of the methods in this panda. So pd.series, and in the bracket you have to give this particular array or list, whatever the name you have given there should be passed over there. This is the variable name, that's it. Now after that you are going to print s, then all the listed items will be printed over here like this, right? So array items will be printed over here with the index. So this is what the thing last video you could see. And then if you want to print s of 1, this one is s of 0, then this one is s of 1, so 15 will be printed. Similarly, if you want to give any print s of 5, 77 will print. Then print 3:4 means it is a slice. Now 3 only will be printed because 4 won't be printed in this case, right? If we are giving location, then 4 also can be printed. That also we have seen in last video, right? So but here we are going to give just slices, so that only 3 to 4 means 3 only will be printed here. And then :3 means previous items to 3 will be printed, 0, 1, 2 will be printed. These are all the outputs in last video I have explained. Now today what we are going to see, we are going to see some of the indexing in series. What is this? If you see here, pandas provide series attribute. So series is one of the attribute or the mod the function in pandas, right? Pandas as pd dot series is one of the attribute or one of the functions, right? Now here next one we are going to see the thing how you are going to pass index into the series. So in last video we have seen how to pass this array only or the listed items only, but now we are going to see how to pass the index also. Okay, so these are all the index can be given. So automatically system will create index 0 to it will be going so on, so many according to the number of items the index will be created by the system. But here the index has been now passed by the programmer itself. So index, whatever you are going to give inside the double quotes or single quotes will be taken as index, and it will be arranged according to this particular arrayed items. Now if you see print yes, then you could see all the array items with the index of first, second, third. So these are all the title of this index, so every title will be shown in this index. This is the new thing today you are going to work out with. And the next one, slicing in series. You know very well of slicing in NumPy and other things, listed items also. Now if you see here, this slicing is a way to retrieve subset of data from panda object. A slice object syntax is series name and then starting value, then ending value, then step value, that is an optional. If you want to give step value, it will jump that particular step, number of steps. Okay, suppose if you are going to tell starting value 0, ending value 7, step value 2, means it will start from 0, then jumping value is 2, right? So it will jump to 2. 0, 2, 4, 6. These elements will be displayed. So here this is what the slice. So if you want to give step items, step value, automatically it will jump into steps, otherwise it won't be. The segments start representing the first item, end representing the last item, and step representing the increment between each item. That is what jumping item I said, jumping value. That is what the increment between each item that you would like. Okay, so here if you see here, this is what the thing here. Now you see here, the same thing we are going to work out in the system, and the starting value, ending value, and jumping value can be given like this. Okay, so that starting value is 1, ending value is 5, in between 2. So 1 will be printed, then 3 will be printed. That's it. And 5 won't be printed because 5 is the ending value, it won't print the end value, right? So next the output will be like this, B and D. Okay, so this one is 0 and this one is 1, right? 15 is 1, so the displayed item will be 15 and 22. And next one you can see 0 to 6, ending value is 6, and then jumping value is 2, step value 2. So that it will start from 0. So A will be printed, then 18 will be printed, and then 55 will be printed. Okay, 0, 2, 4. That's it. 6 won't be printed here. Okay, this is what the slicing with jumping value. Okay, now if you want to see, we are going back to this program. Ideally, I'm just going to say import pandas as PD, and then no need to import numpy. I'm just going to say L1 equal to some list can be given like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, 5 values. So now first what you are going to do, S equals PD dot series, right? PD dot series, and this L1 can be printed over here, L1. If you want to give array index, you can give. Now I'm just going to say that print yes. See here. So if you want to pass any array index also can be given over here. Okay, now I just without the index, the system will print down with the index automatically 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Now if you want to say that, if you want to say print yes and listed items previous, so okay, starting from 0, ending with 4 only there, right? And then stepping value 2, what will be the result? See here, 0 and 2 only is printed. Okay, stepping value, according to the stepping value, it will jumping value, you can say in another words. So 0, then 2, 4 won't be printed, the ending value won't be printed. So from this example you could understand how this slice will be with the step value. Otherwise, if you are just going to say print yes of just previous items to 3, So 0 1 2 will be printed. 0 1 2 will be printed. So this is what this lies, right? Hmm? So today you are going to work on it, okay? That is what the thing. You must watch out everything and you have to work out everything. Then only you could understand every concepts. So after this, now data frame is a new one. We are going across this one. So this is the starting of data frame. What is a data frame? It is a two-dimensional object. So previously you could see that was the only, this series means one dimensional only. So one dimensional means it will have only one row. Actually it is according to the system it will now printed as column, but here the thing will be like, you see here, this is what 10 15 18, this is what one dimensional array, right? But if you are going to deal with the two-dimensional array, you must use this data frame. Two-dimensional or three-dimensional arrays also can be passed over data frame. So data frame is an object which is useful in representing data in the form of rows and columns. So rows and columns, in the sense it will print like a matrix. What is matrix in SQL Server you could understand, right? In SQL Server, if you see here, these are all these are all called row. This is 0th row, first row, second row, and these are all called columns. So player name, IPL team, base, price, INCR. So these one is called data frame structure. It is similar to SQL Server. In last year you studied SQL database and you could see some of the database also. You have created so many database items also for the students. Students means students roll number, students name and their marks, their address, contact number, everything can be given as columns. And there may be so many students in the class, 50, number of students are 50. So that the number of lines or number of rows in this particular database also will be 50, right? So row means it is a record of particular student. For example, Rohit, he is from this team and his record will be there in first row. Second, Veerat, his record will be there. Similarly, you could see in students database, student structure will be there. So student's roll number, for example, student name is Rohit, his roll number will be there, his marks will be there, and then his contact number. So his particular records will be there. That is multi-dimensional array. It is look like a table, right? SQL table, spreadsheets, if you see in Excel sheet, it will resemble that thing also. So now if you need to have this data frame in order to use for this two-dimensional objects, okay, so it is the most commonly used pandas object. So you can access all the things by using every formulas also can be applied over here. In SQL, how many formula will be applied? The same thing here we can apply. So we can perform various operations that are useful in analyzing understanding of database. Okay, so if you see here in a data frame there are two axes. One is row index, that is axis, then column index axis 1. It is similar to spreadsheet or Excel sheet whose row index is called index, whose row index is called index, and column index is called column name. Row is having index and column will have the name. Okay, a data frame contains heterogeneous data. What's the meaning of heterogeneous? Different data types. For example, in SQL server, in SQL database, you could see the roll number can be integers, right? and names can be alphabets, right? And his marks can be float, right? And his address can be alphanumerics, right? Contact numbers will be integers, right? So these are all the data items. Different types of data has been mingled in this particular data frames on SQL Server or spreadsheet. Similarly, here in data frame, we are using heterogeneous data items. And then data frame size is mutable. Mutable, what's the meaning of mutable? Changeable. And then data frame data also can be changeable. This is what the thing you are learning. Now here you are going to write some of the programs in between. You should know what are the data frame. Data frame can be created using any of the following. One is series, then list, then dictionary, then numpy. So first one, series, list, dictionary, numpy. We are going to see those things. So for that, in the first one, how to create empty data frame, this is the thing you are going to work out in the system. Import pandas.pd and then pd.data frame. D should be caps and F should be caps, and there is no space in between data and frame. This is a single word. So df equal to pd.data frame. Print df. If you give like this, then empty data frame will be created. After that, if you want to have something in this one, you can have some series, like listed items can be passed over there by using series. And after that, you are just going to make this data frame as yes. Okay, so this is what the thing today we are going to see. How you can do that? Go to, first of all, ideally, and then here I'm just going to make L1 as list. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is a list. Okay, now I'm just going to import panda. I didn't import it, right? Import pandas as pd. Okay, now you are going to say that yes is equal to pd dot series of this particular L1. Okay, now if you want to pass this one into data frame, df, it is the data frame, pd dot data frame, f will be caps, and then you're just going to pass this yes. Okay, that's it. Now print df. What is df? Print it. Now this is what the data frame. Understand? So what is this? This is the column name. Any column name can be passed by you, or automatically system will generate 0 as the column name. Here these are all row index, and what are the listed items can be passed by you will be now given here. This is what data frame. Okay, it is now created like a frame. If you over here, you could see it is like a frame now, right? So it is with a different color, you could see. That is what data frame now has been created by you. Okay, today you are going to work out this thing and look at every changes now. Now if you want to pass any dictionary items, what you can do, dictionary items can be passed here. So A is the key of the dictionary. In last year you know how to do dictionary, right? Key value will be there, and then values can be given. Key and values. Key and values in between colon, comma. Key and values in between there will be a colon. This is what dictionary. Now you are going to pass this dictionary into data frame. Then data frame will be created like this. Okay, so this is the key value will be the column value. Now A and B are the two columns, and these are all the listed items. Okay, so in next video I will explain this one.